My Wacaco Minipresso GR2 suddenly stopped working. Water stayed in the tank and would not flow through the machine. No matter how many times I pressed the pump, no pressure was created and no coffee came out. There were no visible leaks, so I decided to take the machine apart and find the cause. In this video, I'll show you the complete troubleshooting process and the repair. First, I removed the basket and inspected the O-ring. I noticed that the O-ring was deformed. Take a look here. I've marked the damaged area with an arrow. I replaced it with a new 8mm O-ring and applied lubricant. Make sure to use food-grade silicone grease designed for coffee machines. Do not use regular grease, as it may contaminate the water and could be harmful to your health. After lubricating the O-ring, I reassembled the machine. Unfortunately, this did not solve the problem. The water still remained in the tank. No water flowed through the machine, and I still couldn't make coffee. I started suspecting that the issue might be inside the pump, so I tried to disassemble it. First, I removed the pump cover and found a screw underneath. I tried to unscrew it and remove the pump handle to detach it from the body, the same way it usually works on older Wacaco models, but this time it didn't come apart. Inside, after removing the cover, I found a solid, monolithic mechanism with no obvious way to disassemble it. I also noticed an orange gasket. I lifted it, but underneath there was only a small spring. No access to any internal mechanism, so I reassembled it. Then I removed the basket again and found another part underneath it. I cleaned it from coffee residue and tested the water flow again, but nothing changed. No water came through. At that point, I noticed 4 screws on the body and decided to remove them next. At this point, I still hadn't found the problem. I noticed 4 screws holding the assembly together. For anyone attempting the same repair, these screws require a Torx screwdriver. A T8 bit worked for me, although a T9 may also fit depending on the tool. After removing the screws, I carefully lifted the cover. Inside, I found a spring assembly with a small rubber cap. I expected to find a clogged valve or a damaged component, but everything looked completely normal. There was no visible damage and no obvious blockage. I removed the spring, inspected it, and then installed everything back exactly as it was. And then something unexpected happened. After reassembling the unit, I tested it again. This time, water flowed through the machine normally. The Minipresso was working again. My best guess is that the spring or valve mechanism became misaligned after excessive pressure caused by the very fine coffee grind. Simply removing and reinstalling the spring assembly may have returned it to the correct position. I can't guarantee this is the exact cause, but it is the only explanation I found. Since then, the machine has been working normally.